Okay, this is how to mage skip as well as set mage, but more importantly, set mage. So there's two main methods on how to do it, and there's the we do raids way and the super simple foolproof method. And this is more of an example of the foolproof method. The difference between the two is that the foolproof method is super easy to set up, and at any point if you get off mage set, it's super simple to set back up, like pretty much any point. And there's one caveat, but it's not too important, and it's kind of self-explanatory if you've done even a couple chambers. But it's a recording, we're gonna get into it. And this is a recording of me and a couple buddies. We started at the end of phase one, but it's kind of going to go the same. So what you're going to do is everybody's going to start melee side using whatever you have, DWH, BGS, and it's super simple. This is the super simple way. So you're going to send the special, right? I use my DWH, I send the special, and the we do raise method is you want to run over to the mage side as soon as you see the XP drop, and then Ohm's head will turn. But in the super simple way, which I'm going to pretty much mostly focus on in this video, is you're going to send two specials if you have light bearer, but we're just going to stay on the melee side. We're not going to run over, we're just going to stay on this side. So that's one special. Okay, so in this example, the hand cripples, but it'll be the same if the hand doesn't cripple. So it's important to know that Ohm only has three specials: the crystals underneath your feet, the little green crystals, the lightning coming from the walls that stun you, and the teleport, or pairing, or portals, known by different names. But I always say it like this. Remember the clit, CLT, Crystals, Lightning, Teleport. It'll always be in that order, and every other attack that he does, like the little acid under your feet, those are normal attacks. The prayer draining balls that hit you, those are normal attacks. So if we know Crystal, Lightning, Teleport are the specials, we know what we're looking for and what we're dodging, right? So basically what we're looking for is as soon as a special shows, we move over to the other side. And the reason why I'm starting it here is to show the classic example. What happens when the hand cripples? What do I do? Okay, so in this example, the hand's crippled, right? We see that the hand's crippled. So we sent the special, but we weren't able to continue attacking on it. So all of my team is still not doing anything. We're just, I'm switching my gear to mage because we're going to go to mage, but we're just staying on this side. So up to this point, and I'll zoom it back a little, he did one auto attack. So we send the hammer. I'm going to send another one. Hand cripples. So I'm just going to stand on this side. I'm switching to my mage gear. So that's the second auto attack. And what we're going to do is we're going to see that there's a null period where Ohm just kind of sits there. And so we wait a little bit, and then we cross over, right? So he kind of had that period where he just did nothing. And so we know that it's set is that it'll attack on this side. He'll attack where the melee area is. And I know it's confusing, might be confusing if you're a little bit new, but it's going to attack where the melee is, and then it's going to look over to us, and boom, we're set. It's that simple. And so what didn't happen is that the hand crypt, right? And if there was an example, and I think further in the video there's an example of the hand not crippling, but basically for the super simplified method is all you are doing is you're waiting on the melee side, And as soon as you see the special, or the time when it's supposed to do the special, you're just crossing over to the other runner side. You don't have to go like all the way across. You're just going over to the other side. And so in this segment, I'll explain basically skipping. And so I think this is a good example here of the flame wall skip, right? So there's two ways to do it. One is how I did it the first time. You step in the middle. Let me go a little bit further back. You step in the middle. And so when he turns to this side, I'm stepping in the middle. And then once I see him attack, like I see him start his little animation attack, I just click over. So you don't want to be too early. You don't want to be too late. The timing takes a couple tries to get down perfectly, but it's not overly difficult. And so I'll go over the explanation of what's happening. Okay. So what's happening is Ohm is basically registering when I'm in this tile that there's still somebody on this side, right? So the head turns, he's looking, he's registering that I'm still on this side, and he's sending an auto attack. But the reason I'm stepping over to this other tile is because we remember that Ohm's special attacks are crystal, lightning, teleport, clit, right? Ohm's attack cycle is auto attack, special. It's always going to be that auto attack, special. So when you get it down, you'll then be able to say, okay, I know Ohm's auto attack cycle. So like when you see people on the hand and they like take a step back or they run into the wall or run away and they dodge the specials, that's how they know. So we'll watch the little video a little bit further. And this, what I'm about to do, is the second way. And this is kind of just to make it look cool. So I know it's flame phase, doesn't show in here, but I know it's flame phase. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to time it. So he throws the flame, and now we can just freely walk back and forth. You don't even get the flame wall if you do this method here and then click like that. And all I'm doing right there is waiting until I see Ohm, like have my mouse right here. I see him do his little move, his head moves a little bit, and then I click over. And then it's just that over and over again. So I'm killing the hand. My runners are doing the normal run thing. You just stay on the opposite side of the head. My melee's not doing anything overly crazy. And we're not getting any of the specials. The green crystals under the feet, the lightning from the wall, or the teleport or pairing or grouping. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and finish this phase up. And so for this side, he's just, somebody's going to use the water on him, get him out. And we're just going to finish up this hand. And so a couple things to just kind of remember at this point, that Ohm only has 3 specials: the crystal, the lightning, and the teleport. And that Ohm's attack cycle is auto attack, so either the Mage Ball, the range attack, or special. Ohm only has 2 auto attacks. Ohm cycle is auto attack, special. So auto attack is either the mage or the range normal hit. And so it'll be auto attack, special. And so we'll see this when we're all on the melee hand, and you'll see me going and being able to kind of like predict, right? So that's auto attack 1, auto attack 2, and I take a step back. And so it was the wrong special, but you saw that it was a special after that. That's the lightning from the wall. So that's auto attack 1. That's auto attack 2, and then we're going to get the portals. Or the teleport. Portals, teleport, same thing. And so I know to take a step back because I'm still counting. And it's kind of, second nature at this point. So this is auto attack 1. Auto attack 2. I take a step back because it's auto attack special. And I really recommend when you're learning Ohm, kind of like, especially when you're all on melee hand, just kind of counting. Because the more you do it and the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. And this is just the same old dodging the crystals. So what are we doing? We are getting our specials ready. We're going to all special the special attack the melee hand. And we're going to stay on this side. So as we know, this is the third phase. You can tell because Ohm has that little green aura around him. So we know this is the final phase of Ohm. And so I don't know where you are, but final phase of Ohm, you just have to run to this side, and people usually do it on the final special teleport. So to avoid Ohm's other special that only appears in the third and final phase, or the final phase, which is this hand can heal. So I assume that you know enough about chambers that you know that you got to run to the side. So see there, I was able to predict that step back because internally I'm counting. So this is 1 auto attack, 2 auto attack, and I take that step back because I know it's coming. And so this is 1 auto attack, and this is 2 auto attack and pop quiz. What's the next one coming out? So if you remember, never forget the clit. It's lightning from the wall. So my teammate goes to the middle to give himself a little bit more time to react. So the lightning comes from the wall. This guy's a little bit newer, so he just, didn't know. But everybody else who I've raided with is able to dodge that attack. And so the next thing is a teleport. And then we know in third phase, we got to run. Really just have to get past this point. You don't have to go all the way to the other side. But I do it just because it's kind of what I've always done. And so, see here, we're staying on this side. And this is an example where the hand doesn't cripple. So as soon as we see the crystals under the feet, the first and the teleport, and you could do this with lightning coming from the wall, and the caveat that I mentioned earlier, the only one you don't do is the teleport because you all want to group on thumb, which we all know. But as soon as I see this, what does my team do? We run to the other side. And just like that, it's set. Just like that. So we're going to finish up. I'm going to do the normal skip. And so the reason why, sorry about opening that. And so a little explanation as to what's going on. And I think I briefly mentioned it earlier, is since we know that Ohm's attack cycle is auto attack special, we're turning the head to this side. So everybody's on this side. So the head's going to turn. So that was 1 auto attack. And he still registers me being on this side. So second auto attack. But the reason I'm clicking over is because we know it's auto attack special. Basically what I'm saying is I'm there for the second auto attack, but I'm not on that side for you to do a special. So nobody is on that side, so he doesn't register that he can do his special. And it's still going to stay in the same cycle, so that's how we're skipping. Hence the name Mage skipping, because we're doing it from the Mage side, and we're skipping the special. And so it just kind of goes along, and we pretty much finish up the kill. No purple, but it is super simple. And the only reason why I'm not usually a huge fan of we do raids, because you have to understand Ohm cycle. And so the normal thing is like if it's not set, you tank 2 on this side. But that's not always the case, and you have to know that where ohm is in a cycle to know that tanking 2 is the right scenario, as well as if he turns, like sometimes he'll turn to the middle because somebody doesn't make it to this side fast enough, and then you'll still be off. And then somebody who's like newer maybe not won't understand why ohm's still not set, or understand ohm set at all. And so how you really know ohm is set is that it's kind of obvious, but not super obvious. You're not getting the specials like the crystals under your feet, the lightning from the wall, or the teleport. Like if you don't see those, you know that you're set. But if you do start getting those, all you have to do is just don't cross back over. Stay on melee side. Wait till you see the special, crystals under the feet or lightning from the wall, and as soon as you see it show up, then you just cross over, and then you're set. And I'll say the caveat still is if you get the special where you all have to group on thumb, you definitely don't want to just, not do that special. Definitely group on thumb. But then you just stay on the melee side, like, get your mage gear or whatever. Maybe eat up if you have to. But stay on this side, and then as soon as you see the special, go over to the other side. It's super simple. Super duper simple. And I guarantee you, if you do this, you will have it down in like a couple of raids. And another good thing is that if you're trioing, which most people do, or even if you're like 3+12 or whatever, the melee doesn't really move. So if you know this method and like the other person you're doing a raid with has no clue, one, you could either show them this video, or two, since 2 people are on this side and 1 person's on this side, you can make the melee side, you can make Ohm's head stay on this side. So all you have to do is wait for the special. So your meleeer will be working with you to keep the head facing this way. And so when you see the special, you can cross. So hopefully it was pretty easy for you to understand. If you have any questions, message down in the chat. I really think that this is hopefully going to become the norm of how to set mage, especially with light bear allowing you to spec the melee hand 2 times per phase and have a full spec bar by the time the next phase start. I'm hoping that this becomes the norm. But, when it comes down to it, all you have to do is pretty much just stay on the melee side until you see the special and then cross. And if there is no special, because the melee hand's crippled, all you have to do is just send a special and go back to this example. You just wait a little bit. The auto attack, Ohm's going to have a little null period, cross, boom, and then you're in cycle. And if you ever get out of cycle, you start taking those specials, all you have to do is just set it back on the melee side, and then wait till you see a special and then cross. I hope this has helped you out, and feel free to leave any questions, and thank you very much for watching.